Lance Stroll is currently out on track, and he's looking to put up a fairly decent time in the Aston Martin, I think. Well, the Aston Martin's had a few problems, so I wouldn't expect much. We're about to get started here with sprint quality. Here we go. Lance Stroll is going to come across lane. He's the first one to complete the first sprint qualifying lap so far this season. Russell is fastest as of now. Here comes Piastri. Oscar comes across the line, and he's currently fastest as of now in the McLaren. But what about the Red Bulls? As a matter of fact, here comes Max Verstappen. Where can Verstappen put that Red Bull? Verstappen's third. Very good for Max Verstappen. Here comes Antonelli. Antonelli now takes third to Mercedes 2 and 3. But now here comes Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc, the Ferrari drivers. Hamilton's fastest, but Leclerc, it's a Ferrari 1-2. Wow, here come the Ferraris. Here comes Valtteri. He's had a very fast car so far this season. But Valtteri's only up to 13th. Here comes Isaac Hadjar. And Hadjar's up to 4th. Here comes the defending champion, Junebug in the Cadillac. Across the line. 5th. Okay, he gets 5th, not bad. Here comes Lando. Where can he go? Oh, he got 2nd. He breaks the Ferrari 1-2. Whoa, where did Lando Norris come up in the deck of McLaren? Well, that was a bit shocking, but now Leclerc is on pole. Charles Leclerc is on pole for the sprint race. That's incredible. What speed this Ferrari's got. Man, this Ferrari is absolutely quick, and Charles, he's up to 1st right now, ahead of Lando and Lewis Hamilton. That's fairly impressive. Truly, you won't find crafty driver control like the Ferrari drivers, Hamilton and Leclerc, and that puts them the 1st and 3rd. On board with George Russell in the Mercedes. Russell's looked fairly decent in sprint qualifying so far. Not completely fast in the Mercedes, but at least we know Russell, he's not going to disappoint. He wants a sprint qualifying pole just as bad. 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go as Russell comes out of the track. And he is going to try and chase the Ferraris for pole. But look out for this guy, last year's champion Ben Junebug. And he is ready to take that qualifying pole. Oh, whoa. I assure you, you do not want to get in the way of the Williams. I think you need to get out of the way, Junebug. You gotta move. And he had to move quickly, otherwise he would have been penalized. And I bet you he don't want a penalty. He doesn't want a penalty. So he's gotta move on. Well, either way, he's alright. I don't even get a penalty on that. But George Russell, again, looking a little bit consistent in the Mercedes. I can see the red. You can see the red numbers on his dashboard. That means he's off Leclerc's time, and I believe his previous time. Is there a potential problem with the Mercedes? Well, I don't think so. The Mercedes looks okay. I think he's just not pushing as hard. But there, I think someone saw the pace. That's the Audi. I'm not sure which Audi that is. I think that's Nico Hülkenberg. No, I think that was. Well, either way, Russell's going to come across the line, and he'll have to get out of the way of the Audi, because now the Audi's going to go on a fast lap, and immediately he does. He knows the drill. And that was Nico Hülkenberg. So Hülkenberg will now go on his lap in the Audi. Here comes Piastri across the line. And he doesn't have much for the Ferraris. And there's Valtteri Bottas, currently 16th. And Arvid Lindblad, looking fairly fast in the V-car. Here comes Behrman across the line. Where can he put the Haas? Well, he stays in his position. Here comes Verstappen. Here he comes in the Red Bull. And he stays 9th. We're riding on board with Junebug. He'll definitely go for a fast lap, I can tell you that much, as well as his teammate Valtteri. Well, here comes Hamilton. Can he put it back? Can he get the Mercedes 1-2? There it is. That's what he was looking for. It's once again a Mercedes 1-2. Here comes Hadjar in the other Red Bull. I don't think Hadjar will get much. And here comes Valtteri as well. Valtteri Bottas, he's going to come across the line. Here comes Leclerc. Bottas gets up to second. And Leclerc, he'll stay in his position, so I think does Lando Norris. But here comes Ben Junebug. You can see Piastri, you can see Aston Martin getting one out of his way. They know this guy's fast, and they know he's coming. Beautiful turn right there from Junebug. He knows his track well. Even if he doesn't like it, he knows his track at least. Can he do it? Can he go with his teammate? And here he comes across the line. Where can he go? He's up to third. The EN7 Trackhouse Racing boys are second and third. But Charles Leclerc in the Scuderia Ferrari will take pole in the sprint race. How about that, Charles Leclerc? Wow, what incredible pace from these guys. They show promise in preseason testing. They showed slight progress in Australia. And now it has come to pass here in China. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Big congratulations to Charles Leclerc. He recently got married. And look at him now. He is on pole in the sprint race. And you gotta give your respects to the Trackhouse Racing boys, Valtteri Bottas and Ben Junebug. They did fairly well. Second and third, not bad. Lewis Hamilton up to fourth. Unfortunately, the Cadillac boys, they broke the 1-2 for Ferrari. So it'll be Leclerc from Bottas, from Junebug, from Hamilton, and Lando Norris. As there he goes. The qualifying session ended. The qualifying session has ended for the sprint race. It's Charles Leclerc on pole position. He is ahead of Valtteri Bottas, Ben Junebug, Lewis Hamilton, Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri, Kimi Antonelli, Isaac Hadjar, George Russell, Arvid Lindblad, Max Verstappen. He's in 11th. That's a little bit surprising. But Leclerc is up into pole in the Ferrari. How about that? Man, a lot of respect to Charles Leclerc. Doesn't get any better than that in the Ferrari. Really, really fast. And again, you're right. Verstappen 11th. A little bit unusual for the Red Bull camp, but it was fairly good. As Leclerc is up in the first, you gotta feel absolutely proud for this guy as he is up and into pole position. Charles Leclerc is on pole for the sprint race, but can he bring that to a victory? We're going to find out.